It's Sunday night, and you know what that means. Time to spend your Sundays with Crevonte. And yours truly, God's favorite host. Another week of sports action comes to an end as we start a new week as the NBA playoffs. Yes, playoffs are here. We're going to preview it, talk about all the hottest topics in the NBA, as well as who we think is going to hoist the Larry O'Brien Trophy. Who are your award winners? Latest news around the NBA. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that bell. We're going to go live. Vote on the poll. Who wins the NBA championship? And hit that like button. Join our group. Sunday night, and we're feeling all right because it's Sunday, and you know what that means. You're spending it not with me, because you spend it with me any other time, but with the brother, the co-founder, the voice of reason, the captain of the goofy ship, El Capitan, the one and only Crevonte, baby, the Commandalorian. How you feeling, my brother?
Those haters can't stand us. Left hand commanders.
Jam.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, jam.
Right.
Well, now that's goofy.
Yeah.
Stupid. Just stupid.
And since we probably won't be able to do it much longer,
Yeah.
Come on now, say it with me. Everybody beats the Wiz.
It's over. It's over, yo. The season's a wrap. Ended on a high note, but season's over. You had said that when you was doing your intro, you said Sunday nights. It was like, yeah, we usually not up. We usually not doing this late. Yo, this is different. So I was like, we was up, but we were doing something. We were doing something totally different. But man, we in here Sunday. We found a way to get it in, man.
well, let's get started here. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. If you're new, hit the like button, hit the bell. Vote on a poll. Who wins the NBA championship? We're going to get all into that. But I do want to start on a little bit of a somber note, Crevonte. We talked about a little bit earlier, but unfortunately, the LSU wide receiver, Kyron Lacey, who declared for the NFL draft, unfortunately died today. Want to do a quick moment of silence, and Crevonte, I'll let you share your thoughts. Do a quick moment of silence on the flick song. Crevonte, when we see stories like this, it creates a somber mood in whatever circumstances it may be. But just hearing this, what do you think just about this situation?
Shout out to Alex, being in the comments going crazy, and he actually sent me the story of this. I think this morning. I think he sent me the story this morning because I didn't I didn't notice anything about it, and I looked at it and I said, "Yikes, that's crazy!" And the incident happened in December, and we it kind of glossed over because I kind of remembered it, but then I kind of don't. But nonetheless, absolutely heartbreaking, absolutely devastating. This young man, life was lost, and the way it happened, or the way they're reporting it, even makes it even sadder because you never want to feel like it's that bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so dark that you can't see the light. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he obviously felt that. Now I don't know what his mental health situation was. Obviously, I don't think it was in a good space, but you hate to see that happen, especially to a young black man that had his whole future, ahead of him. Played for LSU, former teammate of my quarterback, Jaden Daniels. And Jaden said something earlier. It, it sucks, man. It absolutely sucks. Like, you know, we talk about, and I talk about goofies and all that throughout the year, but when we're talking about a loss of life, it's so much tougher. So much tougher. Very young man, 24. Like I said, whole life ahead of him. I hate hearing this news because it's like, it just all gone in the blink of an eye. You know what I'm saying? And it's really, really, really sad, but rest in peace to the young man and his family. I saw his father actually posted something. I don't know if it was Instagram or if it was on Twitter, but basically saying, hey, check on your people. You have to check on your people, no matter how minor things may seem. Check on your people, man. Check on your people's mental health. And he was talking about kids specifically, but you know, in general, check on your people or your people that your loved ones, your close friends, you know, because you never know. You never know what anybody is going through. And it's unfortunate that it had to come to this. And now we're stuck with the bag of just questioning how and why. And that's a terrible place to be in, man. But absolutely rest in peace. Prayers and condolences to the family and the young man and the LSU community, because this is a tough one, man. This is definitely a tough one.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. This is our Sunday show during the offseason. No NFL. We got NBA playoffs coming. We're going to get to that. We're going to hit all the big topics in the NBA. But please, as you walk in the door, hit the like button. It costs you nothing, and it lets the people in YouTube know, the algorithm gods, that, hey, these individuals on here, let's see if more people can find out about the work they do here. So let us know what you want to talk about. Make sure you vote on the poll. Crevonte, let's get a little goofy because it was some goofiness in the NBA coaching realm, not in the NFL like it usually is, but the NBA. You know, it's usually in the NFL, everyone.
Yeah.
The NBA got a little drama, you know, real quick before we get into it. For a season and for a league that's been scrutinized, you know, it's not as interesting. There isn't a lot of draw power anymore. The stars aren't playing. Guys are sitting out, load management, fake injuries, all that type of stuff. But this was a very interesting and storyline driven season in the NBA, Crevonte.
The NBA has, I'll say this, the NBA has not been as entertaining for me as of late as it used to meant. Like, you asked me, you know, at some point we're gonna go through awards. I was like, gosh, I don't know. What are the awards? You said there was a new award. I didn't even know these things going on. And then, you know, playoff coaches are getting fired before the playoffs. Like, this is crazy. Like, I don't know what's going on. It's really, all I really know is like the goofiness that's going on with Anthony Edwards, the Lakers, and that's kind of it. Everything else is kind of like sprinkled in. Of course, the Celtics are doing well. The Cavaliers are doing well. The Wizards are not. You know, that's kind of like, you know, what I know. The Suns are not doing well. And the West have been competitive. But other than that, man, it's been hard. You guys are helping me keep up. Let's just say that.
So let's get to the coaching thing. Let's get to that first, because obviously that was what kind of overshadowed this playoff push that we've been on. Taylor Jenkins in Memphis, he's gone. Mike Malone, who won a championship with the Denver Nuggets, he's gone, along with
Wasn't it like
GM.
a couple years ago? Did they just? It was a couple years ago. What's going on?
Yes, this is going on third year, both gone. Taylor Jenkins, real quick, with the Grizzlies, it was his first coaching job. He was an assistant in Atlanta. He coached in Memphis for how many years? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years with a 250 and 214 win-loss record, a 539 win percentage. I think an ascending young coach, and he gets fired, Crevonte, for what? Because of Ja? we'll start with Taylor Jenkins, but really?
Yeah, listen, Taylor Jenkins, this is probably a blessing because if your superstar is John Morant, that's probably not a place you want to be long term. It's probably not a place you want to be long term. And I liked the potential of John Morant and the Memphis Grizzlies, but some places are not good, especially for young coaches coming up trying to, where they really cutting their teeth. That this is not anywhere where you want to be. So Taylor Jenkins, this is probably a blessing in disguise, more so than Mike Malone, and we'll get to that. But Taylor Jenkins, but I don't know why. Like, I have nothing. Like, I know we're not taking John Morant's advice on anything nowadays. That can't be a thing, right?
Because why wouldn't Ja, if he wanted him there, he would vouch for him, and this wouldn't be a thing.
Well, I don't think John Morant's word means much nowadays. So even if he did vouch for him, it's like, Ja tripping again. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that even would have benefited him. Listen, Taylor Jenkins, he's going to get another opportunity. I'm not sure where, but he'll get another opportunity. But this probably was better for him anyway, because your best player out here wilding, doing breaking all the rules and trying to figure out and looking at us like, what's wrong? What I get in trouble for now? Stop shooting people, dog it.
I'm confused because Memphis, they are always competitive, no matter if Josh
Yes.
hurt, Josh suspended, Jaren Jackson gets hurt sometimes. They have a lot of. Now I will say this about them: they draft Crevonte very well. A lot of good draft picks over the last couple of years. They got the young boy Jalen Williams this year, who unfortunately got hurt, but they have had some good drafts as well. Santi Aldama went to Loyola here in Maryland and Baltimore, so they got some good draft pieces. They draft well, they develop. Ja obviously is a home run, but he obviously can coach even mediocre or maybe not NBA All-Star talent.
This is just one of those things where it's like,
only 40, by the way, only 40.
He's holding up he's dealing with a lot, and he's absolutely getting the best of what he has. He's giving you everything he got. He's doing the absolute best job he can. I truly believe that. I just hate that when you're doing your best and it's just not quite good enough. But again, I think this is a blessing in disguise. Jenkins, get up out of there. That he'll probably do wonders at his next stop.
Let's get to Michael Malone real quick, Crevonte. Championship winning coach, as well as Calvin Booth, the GM. You look at Michael Malone, over 500 wins as a coach. Not many people do that. 80 wins in the playoffs. And not to mention, he was the NBA, was he coach of the year? He was with Sacramento before he went to Denver. That's right. And then goes to Denver and he finds that Jokic can play basketball and they win a championship.
Look at this. And that was 2-3 years. That was 2 years ago. That's 2022-23 season. This is a 24-25 season. This was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? What do I got to know, man? It's just sometimes where it's like, some things just don't make no sense at all. Like, maybe things will come out later. Like, I still don't understand the Luka Doncic trade. How that happened and how we got here. I don't understand this trade. What I think. I'm gonna put what I think happened. This is me not knowing anything about anything. Just knowing a little bit about people. He crossed the wrong person because there's no way you're performing you're performing above average, elite, not even above average. You're performing superior, excellent, outstanding, and on his performance. Look at his performance. Like, if they were to do, I don't know, regular jobs, how you do like performance reviews and stuff like every 6 months or 3 months or whatever. I don't know how they do it in the NBA, but looking at that, There's no way he doesn't have. He's not passing with flying color. There's no way he's not. The only way somebody like that loses their job is if they crossed the wrong person, and that wrong person, by that wrong person, has power. Because I know him and Jokic was cool. They wasn't beefing, right? So
Well,
this has
apparently
nothing to do with that.
the rumors were the owner was caught in the middle between picking the GM side or the coach's side. I believe Mike Malone, for example, wanted to keep a KCP who was pivotal in them winning a championship. Calvin Booth said, "Oh, he's just another guy, a Jag. We can let him go." He goes to Orlando. So moves like that, because Denver is not as deep as they were, Crevonte, when they won the championship. They're really just starting five.
So so Booth is still there.
Booth is gone too. He's gone. He's out.
So what the hell are you talking about? You got in the middle between two guys and five, both of them?
And now, everyone thinks Jokic is going to the Lakers, but that's another story for another day. We're not going to go down that rabbit hole.
You probably and then you messed up Jokic, because Jokic don't look like the type that like change too much, man. You know what I'm saying? So you ended up not taking either side, and firing everybody. You just fired everybody. What does that do to your team? What does that do to your superstar? Like, that's goofy. If those rumors are true, that's trash. Absolute trash. Oh well.
Oh, the rumor is also, I want to show this. Denver was only 14-13 after the All-Star game, Crevonte. So you telling me they got the best player again?
Ugh. You know what? I didn't notice things like that. I didn't. No. Huh. And where are they in the playoffs?
They are fourth, I believe. Yes, fourth with the Clippers in the first round. So we'll get to that, but
it's not enough to fire nobody.
if I'm the Wizards, Crevonte, you want one of these brothers?
Mike Malone, you could come. Yes, please, absolutely. Like, what? Come on, man. What are we doing? Listen,
Taylor
man.
Jenkins. He's good with young players. Taylor Jenkins.
Listen, man. Either one. Come on, man. Because it's obviously an upgrade. Obviously, a huge, major, upgrade. Some guys don't know how to handle success well. I tell you, God dog it. And it's an organizational problem too.
Yeah, because I will get to how I feel. I think this is going to doom Denver. I think they're damned.
Yes.
We'll get to that later. Sooner rather than later. Wink, wink. Now, with that being said, Trail Blazers Chauncey Billups, head coach, has agreed to a contract extension. Contract extension. Let's get the story from ESPN Sharanya. A multi-year extension, Crevonte. Manager Joe Cronin announced Sunday they negotiated a new deal with Billups' representation, Andy Miller of where? You guessed it, Clutch Sports, as the coach was finishing his fourth season and the final guaranteed year of his contract on Sunday. Billups said, I'm happy we've got it done, and I think I know where we can go. So much promise here, I feel pumped about it. He also reached an extension with Cronin, the GM, on Monday, so the leadership in Portland is structured. They have a good friendship, spending decades making a cohesive GM-coach relationship. Portland is 35-47 at the end of the season, and Billups led them to a 22-19 record, Crevonte, since January 19th. They were top 5 in the NBA in defense, third in transition defense as well. Let's not forget, Denny Avdia, former Wizard, he's balling. Shaden Sharp, he can dunk on anybody from North Carolina. They got Kamara. They got Anthony Simons, who be, he be balling. He be balling on and off the court. That's all I'll say about that. Jeremy Grant, DeAndre Ayton, and Scoot Henderson. We can't forget about him, and Klingon. So they got a lot of players. He's 116 and 211 in 4 seasons. And the 35 wins are the most since 2020, 2021, when they last made the playoffs. Billups is a Naismith Hall of Fame inductee. He won it last year. He won a championship with the Pistons in 2004, where he was the finals MVP, 5-time All-Star over 17 years with the Pistons and Nuggets. Crevonte, we love to see our brothers in the NBA because not many brother coaches in the NBA. And that is where we kind of lack in major sports, especially not a lot in the NBA, but Chauncey Billups, I like where Portland is headed. I look at what Udoka did in Houston.
Yep.
He could do maybe that in Portland, Ken Chauncey.
First of all, shout out to Mr. Big Shot, man. Mr. Big Shot, man. We saw him and grew up with him balling, you know what I'm saying, and for Detroit. And when he got a head coaching job, I'm sure it not just myself, but we were hoping like he gets a fair and legit shot. And going to Portland was like, this gonna take, you need some time. If you want to do this the right way, it's going to take time. And just what you were saying, the organization seems to be more structured. They have some young players, got some young ascending players. That's, you know what I'm saying, they're getting better as they play more together. Chauncey Billups has been a general all of his basketball life. You know what I'm saying? He's been a floor general. I think point guards of all basketball players of all positions, point guards point guards make the best coaches because they see the floor differently. They got to know what everybody is doing. So I think relating to players, I think it translates a little bit better. And the contract is deserving because Portland was in the mud. You know what I'm saying? And he's been working his tail off to get this team where they at. And you said what they got, 35, 36 wins, and they ain't had that much since
they finished with since 2020, most wins since 2020.
Come on, man, we all about progression and improving. And you know, so this is amazing. I hope Chauncey Billups is there to actually see it turn around. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping they don't, Mark Jackson this situation and somebody else swoops in and then takes all the credit.
36-46, 22-19 at home, tied with Phoenix. So they'll split the draft lottery with 9th and 10th worst records, and the lottery is May 12th. So there you go.
Great. Good old Mixie with Phoenix. But well deserved though. Well deserved. He's in there getting it done and really started from the bottom. You know what I'm saying? And it's working, it's progressing, it's going in a upwards trajectory. So, I absolutely love to see it, and I hope the brother keeps his job, man. Who knows, maybe a Hall of Fame. He'd be in Hall of Fame 2 times.
Speaking of Hall of Fame, Crevonte, have you heard of the illustrious new club in the NBA? It is the 82 Club, meaning you played all 82 games. Not like aren't you supposed to anyway, as you're supposed to show up for work? Isn't that what you're supposed to do? All 82 games. The 82 Club.
Okay. We just create new stuff for left and right. 82 Club, my heavens.
Now, if you would like to know,
work out for like negotiation purposes. You know what I'm saying? But we got our young guy, our rookie. We got a rookie that's on there.
No. Imagine getting paid to show up to work. What? There you go.
Absurd. It's absurd because some people got more clout than others, and we know this.
So let's go down the list. Jarrett Allen of your Cleveland Cavaliers, number 1 seed in the East, the first member of the 82 Club. Next, this brother's been in the league a long time, Crevonte, out of the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. He's got a championship with the Warriors. He's made a living in the NBA being a veteran presence of the San Antonio Spurs, Harrison Barnes. This brother is in contention for Sixth Man of the Year and is part of the playoff bound Detroit Pistons. He's a little irritant on the court, but he can get a bucket. It is one of the Beasley brothers, Malik Beasley. This brother was traded from one borough to the other, Crevonte, from Brooklyn over the bridge to Manhattan and Times Square
Yeah,
to the Mecca,
yeah.
the Madison Square Garden. The missing piece, hopefully, for the Knicks, who I think could make a deep run. We'll talk about it. Mikal Bridges. He's the NBA's Iron Man right now, by the way. I think the longest consecutive game streak, Mikal
Yes.
Bridges.
Absolutely.
Does it on both ends as well. So shout out to him getting some love. Very underrated player. The next brother, Baltimore's own St. Francis Academy, world-renowned St. Francis Academy. We know him. We love him. Shout out to the Carrington fam. The Washington Wizards. Rookie probably of the year. Even over the number 2 pick, Alex Sarr. He made a game winner today.
Yes, he did.
Mr. Triple-Double himself, Bub Carrington.
Woo!
Now this next one, I'm gonna need crowd participation because I do not know who this brother is.
Who? Go Google it. Go Google it.
Julian Champagne. I don't know who that is, Crevonte.
He lit.
Can someone let me know who this is? Because he's played and now he's part of the 82 club.
Anybody. Help. Because apparently his last name is Champagne. He lit. He's got to be lit.
But I'm willing to bet he probably doesn't even have 82 points for the season, but he got 82 games.
Hey, man, he show up to work, man. It's some people who just show up to work, and he's obviously one of them ones that show up to work.
That is, let's keep the train moving. This brother is a sharpshooter from Oklahoma, led his team to the Final Four, doing it in the NBA, was a high lottery pick, was in various stops, now is in Golden State, and he's still a sniper. Buddy, he's your buddy, he's my buddy, he's your buddy. Buddy Hield. This next brother, Crevonte, the illustrious, the notorious MILF Hunter, Mr. Steal Your Girl, Mr. Long Hair Don't Care, Mr. I Paint My Fingernails and Eat Wing Stops in commercials. He's a scorer. He's a walking bucket. He can get a bucket from anywhere. He didn't go to college. He said, screw that. I'm going to go to the G League. I'm going to be a top pick. I'm going to go to H-Town. I'm going to take over for James Harden. And I'm going to get him back to the playoffs with another coach who I love, Ime Udoka, baby. I don't care about Nia Long. It's the one and only Jalen Green, maybe my favorite player in the NBA right now.
Go to stray unnecessarily. He got some wild. Hey, wait. He got some wild stuff going on off the court too, don't he?
Hey man, I called him a MILF Hunter. He got a 50-year-old baby mother. You know.
Jesus Christ, man. And it's funny that who his head coach is.
Oh, shout out to Champagne. Okay, what team is he on, Alex? 9-9-9-3-1. Okay, shout out to him. I mean, St. John's could have used you this year, sir. A picture of my bracket, but that's another story for another day. It's okay. I'm not bitter. I'm gonna move forward. What are we doing? Oh, this next brother, another underrated 3-and-D player. I like his game. He plays with the Minnesota Timberwolves. He's on the Spurs. Oh, Spurs. Of course, he's on the Spurs. Of course. Whatever. Spurs might get the number 1 pick this year, and would we be surprised? No. But anyway, this next brother is a budding good player. I like him. He's a good rotational piece. Jaden McDaniels of the Minnesota Timberwolves. This next brother is probably the longest tenure point guard I can remember since Wake Forest.
Yeah.
Since he was in Charlotte? Was he in Charlotte first? Was he in New Orleans? He was in New Orleans. Charlotte.
New Orleans.
New Orleans?
The New Orleans Charlotte thing. I know I say New Orleans. I'll say New Orleans.
He was about to go to LA, but then he didn't go to LA. Then he was in Golden State. Now he's in San Antonio. He was with Houston at one point as well.
OKC, did you say that?
OKC, can't forget that. He is probably going to go down as the all-time leader in assists if he keeps playing, because I think he's coming back next year. I think he's a top 5 point guard. We can all agree with that. Let us know in the chat. An illustrious career doing the LeBron thing. 40 years old, still playing at a solid level. probably going to stay in San Antonio. The one, the only, the incomparable CP3 Chris Paul.
I feel
And
if
another
he's on this list, nobody else has an excuse. Because nobody else has an excuse, yo.
last but not least, of the Minnesota Timberwolves as well, they got a lot of young guys that play hard. Nickel Alexander Walker. So there is your 82 club, Crevonte. Any thoughts on that?
I didn't know this was a thing. We just pumping out new accolades and stuff to recognize people. Hey, man, cool. I'm all for it. I think the list, the fact that this list is this short is kind of crazy, but you know, we recognizing folk that show up, man, and it means a lot. So I'm cool with it, I guess. And the fact again, CP3 still showing up to work every day, and he been in the league just as long as LeBron. Rest of y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. All that low management BS that's going on. But you know, it is what it is.
Make sure you guys hit that like button and hit that subscribe button if you're new and vote on the poll. Who wins the NBA championship? Let's get into the Crevonte. Now, when this was invented a few years back, we were questioning it. We thought it was just a way to make more money. We thought it was goofy. It just was goofy because then the stats didn't even count, still don't count, which is goofy. But we've seen the competitiveness of the games. We've seen teams go from the play-in to the finals. We've seen a little bit of everything. And these games are usually down to the wire. Teams are scrapping for that extra paycheck, I'm sure, as well. The play-in tournament. Your thoughts on it, Crevonte? Before we get into the matchups as I pull up the bracket.
So yes, I was definitely on the train. I was definitely like the conductor of the goofy train of this play-in tournament or what you know, whatever it was at the time. Well, I said whatever they want to call it, because it's just another reason for a money grab, another reason for just NBA trying stuff, and it's like, this is dumb. But I think just with anything, and we could throw in the All-Star game as well, if the players play, the product will speak for itself. If the players are serious, take it seriously, and play and make it worth something, then it can be what it is now, better than what we thought it would be. So, and it gives teams that probably would not normally make the playoffs an opportunity to make some noise. And the fact that we've had recent winners in the play-in tournament make runs in the playoffs, which makes this all better, because it's like, oh man, this is kind of solidified that this is a good thing, because we're getting active participation, we're getting engagement. So the fact that all those things are happening, this doesn't seem like a terrible idea of what we, you know, thought it was. Now the what's the one that's at the beginning of the year? We apparently you get a ring or a trophy for that.
The in season tournament.
You know, this I could get. I'm on board. I'm more on board with this than I was when I was recently, but I'm cool with it, man. And of course, this gives like a more bracket feel, more of an NCAA vibe. You know what I'm saying? So you know, it's grown on me. I'll say that. But if they get with it, for the players should adopt the same mentality for the NBA All-Star game and All-Star weekend, because that could get back on track as well. But as far as the play-in tournament, I thought it was goofy, and it seems like it is working.
Back? Okay. So, Crevonte, let's get to the bracket. Let's get to the matchups here. Let us pull up the bracket. And let's take a look at it. So we have here, as you can see, the winner of the Matter of fact, let me do this. It's going to be Mavericks and the Sacramento Kings in the West. We'll start with that one, and I'll pull that up real quick.
Kings and the Mavs.
How you feel about that?
Do the Mavs have the appropriate number of players to play a game? I know they were struggling for a while. Folks were getting hurt. I thought they had to forfeit. Mess around had to forfeit a couple games.
Yeah, so it is going to be on Tuesday. So this is what we'll do. We'll go by the schedule. We'll go here. Let's do it this way. The first game is going to be the Orlando Magic in the East against the Atlanta Hawks. That's Tuesday at 7. So how do you feel about that, Crevonte? Winner is the 7th seed.
Oh joy. And wait, who is this? You said the Hawks and
the
who?
Magic. Yes. The Orlando Magic.
I love what the Magic are right now, because for outside of that time when Dwight Howard was there, the Magic historically has not been a great team. So the fact that they have they've got some better talent and they seem to be growing a cohesive unit. I'm glad to see that they're where they are. As far as Atlanta, Trae Young, what are they holding him hostage? Is that what's going on in Atlanta? Because he got to get up out of there, man. I don't know. I don't know. Head coach, GM, I don't know what it is. It's like Trae Young gets snubbed for a lot of things, and he's continuing to lead these teams, and he doesn't get enough credit. Well, and by historically, I mean like as of like recently. I ain't going back to the 90s. I'm thinking like, past 15, 20 years or whatever. But of course, Shaq and Penny, they was going up against Jordan and them, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, I don't know much about these teams, but I'm rooting. I like the Magic. And this is for the 7th seed. So whoever wins will get the 7th seed.
It's Boston, basically.
Jesus Christ. I like Magic. I like the Magic in the matchup, but what your prize is Boston is crazy. But I mean,
yes, that's your reward.
But the eighth seed gets Cleveland. So I mean, whatever. But yeah, I like Magic.
All right, I agree with you on that. No argument on this end. I think the Magic win. That would mean the Hawks would play the winner of the Miami Heat and the red hot Chicago Bulls. Crevonte, I'm picking the Bulls to beat the Heat, and I'm picking the Bulls to not only beat the Heat, to beat the Hawks. Bulls are your 8th seed.
Wow, sheesh, man.
They're red hot.
They are hot, aren't they?
Kobe White, most improved.
Right. I think one of the most important things going to the playoffs is going in on a good foot, going in on a high note in any sport. We've seen it happen. Teams get high at the right moment, and before you know it, make a championship run. The Bulls, I do believe, can make some noise. All right, Sean. All right, let's go here. Okay, Deshaun. So I think I'm rocking with the Bulls. I think I rock with the Bulls as well to go ahead and double up and get the AC. Then, hey, again, your prize will be Cleveland.
Real quick, let's go to the West. This will be on Tuesday night after the Hawks and Magic. We have the Mavericks, as we mentioned, at the Kings. Don't really know who's going to win. The winner will face the loser of Grizzlies Warriors. So, Crevonte, you want to take a stab at this one?
I think two of these teams don't deserve nice things. That's what I will say. The Memphis Grizzlies and the Dallas Mavericks, what I don't deserve nice things. So I think they'll both find ways to lose their respective matchups. The Warriors being in the 7th seed is crazy, but the West was crazy in itself. So I'm gonna rock with the Warriors. I think they're the best of these 4 teams right here. And I think I'll have the Kings taking the 8th spot, and they will get OKC. And the
And
Warriors
the
will get who? And the Warriors will
Houston,
get Houston.
Houston,
Yeah, Houston
and
Rockets.
that's
Yep.
maybe what you want. You know, you don't want to play the Lakers or the Nuggets. You might want to play a Houston team, an experience in the playoffs.
Sure, absolutely. And the Warriors having all the experience. You know what I'm saying? So it's the OGs and the YNs, huh?
Yes, yes, the age-old rivalry. Let's get the. So you have that advance. Okay, let's go to the West because we got to show some love to OKC Crevonte. They finish the season with a point differential of 1,055, the largest in NBA history. Not only that, the largest gap at 16 games between a first and a second seed. That is crazy, Crevonte, as well as an average of 12.9 point differential. Last team to do that, 1970, 71, and 71 72 Lakers, both won championships. OKC.
I love OKC. I love what they've done. Like, we saw them post KD, Westbrook, Harden, what they had to do, and they pretty much had to start over. Had to get, excuse me, had to get some young talent. I remember at one point they had all these draft picks. I'm like, oh, they making every pick. You know what I'm saying? They had so many picks and so many future picks, and they build a unit, build up the chemistry, got a superstar, got a big man, you know what I'm saying, got good defenders. Then but before you know it, then you even held up Chris Paul on the way to his as a stopgap for him. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And gosh, I really like OKC because we saw their development and what it looks like when you construct a team correctly and the right way via draft, development, draft and development, draft and development, draft and development, and you hit on a superstar. You know what I'm saying? You got that has to happen at some point too. But I absolutely love what OKC has. I love what they've become. So I'm rocking with. I like OKC.
They would play. So I'm guessing, and I'll bring up the bracket, but you see they won by 16 games, Crevonte. That's crazy, man.
And they almost
That's
had 70 wins. Sheesh.
68, seventh most wins, largest gap between a 1 and a 2 seed in NBA history, right there. So there you go. So you think they will get to the finals? Are you just going to put them through on that, or
Oh, let's put them in the West. Let's put them in the Western Conference Finals. That's why I'm
okay?
putting them.
Okay.
And depending on who they see, I would like to see the matchup. I'm probably going to
Yeah,
take them,
I got you.
but let's if we're doing the brackets and all that, I'd put them there.
So they would face, obviously, as the 1 seed, the 8 seed, and then the 8 seed, winner of 1-8 plays 4-5. Remember, it doesn't reseed, it just goes to the bracket. So they would play either Denver or the Clippers. Let's stop there. So you think they would get past either So let's stay in the West. You got OKC advancing over Sacramento.
Mm-hmm.
I have OKC advancing over Memphis. 5 games, 4 games, whatever. Cool. So then we both agree OKC will be moving on to the next round. Denver and the Clippers. How do you feel about that, Crevonte? I teased it a little earlier. I said I think Denver is doomed sooner rather than later. I really like what the Clippers have done. Kawhi Leonard. We talk about load management. He's the one player that does load management and comes back like nothing's wrong. He is a cyborg because he gets an upgrade to his new operating system, like the new iPhone. He levels up. He comes back with larger hands. He comes back with braids that still aren't freshly neat. He comes back with no enthusiasm or character. It's more entertaining watching paint dry, but the brother can play basketball.
Oh, the brother's a baller. That's one thing he does, and he does that damn well. I
James
haven't
Harden.
heard. And
James Harden.
I
Ty Lue. We like Ty Lue.
We
We
do
like Ty.
like Ty Lue. We do like Ty Lue. And the Denver Nuggets are in a negative space right now. I'm not sure if they'll lose, but I as long as Doc Rivers not over there, I think the Clippers can find ways if they stay healthy. If they can stay healthy, I like the Clippers just because I don't think the Nuggets deserve nice things either. And I like Jokic, you know what I'm saying? Westbrook's on Denver too, ain't he?
But Crevonte, you got Kawhi, you got Chris Dunn locking fools up 94 feet. You got James Harden, you got Batum, you got Ben Simmons back to life from the dead. He's playing minutes. What is going on? Big Zubac, can't forget him. They got Bogdanovich, he can shoot the lights out. They got my boy Norbit from Norbit. He's balling. I mean, they got a squad.
I like the squad, I think. And again, I think this is a great timing. This is a great timing matchup for the LA Clippers. Being in a good place right now, and also coupling that with the Nuggets being in a terrible place right now. I think I hate to see Jokic go out like that though, but I'm gonna go out and let me say the Clippers. I'm gonna say the Clippers take it.
I agree with you. I have Clippers as well. Now, Clippers and OKC would be fun. If all them boys is healthy, that's going to be a fun series. Now, do you think OKC would get past the Clippers? Maybe a little longer series? I'm going to say OKC in 7. I'm going to say it goes 7.
Yes, I agree. Same. I'm not, yeah, like I said, I want to see who goes to the Western Conference because I just think OKC is that much of a better team than pretty much everybody in the West. I just want to see the matchup.
Real quick today, Crevonte. James Harden today, 38, 10, and 7. Kawhi, 33, 7, and 6. Looks like they made the right choice between Kawhi, Paul George, and James Harden, which two to keep. And Steph Curry today, 36 points. Jimmy Butler, 30 points. So last game of the season, by the way. But yeah, that's an interesting team. We know Ty Lue can coach. You know
Absolutely.
Bomber don't mind spending money. So
No, he
whatever
don't.
they need this offseason, they got that new beautiful stadium. They want to get a championship and be big brother. They want to come out the shadow of the Lakers. That's how you do it. We'll see what
Absolutely.
happens. Let's move on. Let's go to the East real quick. Let's go to so right now we got OKC on the top half in the West. We'll go to the East. Cleveland. Donovan Mitchell is battling injury, but he is good to go. They said he's going to play. Obviously, they don't play for a week. I think he'll be good. They will play the 8 seed, who we agree is going to be Chicago. They'll probably get them out of there in 4 or 5 games. All right. This is going to be an interesting series. The Pacers and the Bucks, division rivals. They played countless times, played in the in-season tournament. Halliburton, Giannis. We don't know the status of Dame Lillard. Right now, we just know he's out. We don't know. So it's Giannis and the crew, but they got some ballers.
Sure.
Doc Rivers, though, your boy. How do you see that playing out?
Again, if those of y'all that have been following the Flex Zone and following the crew, you know how I feel about Doc Rivers. I think he's going to find a way to ultimately lose. And especially if your number 2 guy is not healthy. I'm not feeling the Milwaukee Bucks right now. And word on the street is Giannis is not feeling them either. He may be out of there sooner rather than later. But I like the improvement of the Indiana Pacers and where they've gotten to, where they are right now. So I think I'm going to pick the Indiana Pacers.
7th all-time in wins. Crevonte passing Phil Jackson. You never thought you'd hear that.
Okay.
They even got him with a hairline in the picture, man. You gotta love
Jesus
that. I know Raj
Christ.
loves seeing that.
Painted on hairline. That's trash. Doc Rivers, I don't know what you're doing. You bald with a hairline is crazy. Raj, no Raj, no Raj. Raj in the background, but no Raj. He bald with a hairline. That's not a thing.
Because we're about to actually get to Raj, so a nice little tease there. I'm going with the Bucks. I think Giannis is just a guy who can win a series. He can win a series. You got to beat him 4 out of 7 going downhill. You know what he's going to do every play, but you can't stop it. It's like Derrick Henry with the Ravens. You know they're going to give it to him. He's going to go downhill. Can you stop it? Takes 2 or 3 guys to do it. Bobby Portis is back. Kevin Porter Jr. They have Brook Lopez, who's still playing at a high level. Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma.
My
They got
guy.
him.
Oh, damn, my man over there. I forgot, yo.
Newly engaged to Wendy Harlow. Congratulations. They got him.
I forgot my man was over there. But this has nothing to do with Giannis. It's Doc Rivers.
Okay.
It's Doc Rivers.
I'm gonna trust Doc. Or as people here in Baltimore call him Harbaugh. They think they're the same person. So that's what Raj calls him. Give Raj credit on that one. Look, he's smiling. One ring, but Harbaugh, hey, it is what it is. We'll see. I'm going with the Bucks, so that's where we switch. So you have the Bucks I have the Bucks and Cavs. You would have the Pacers and Cavs. I think we both agree, not to assume, Cavs over whatever team advances.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. So both 1 seeds are going to the top of the Eastern and Western Conference Finals. What do you think about Kenny Atkinson, what he's done with Cleveland, real quick?
Oh my gosh! Listen, I thought beginning of the year, I thought Boston was going to run away with the Eastern Conference, and that is just not the case. He's done an amazing job with the Cleveland Cavaliers, just cultivating a good environment, great for growth, and again, after the superstar, he's still able to stay afloat. Didn't they get to 60? They get to 60 wins too?
Yes, they did. And there's a perfect attendance award.
Look at him. That boy show up. That boy show up. That's what he do. So look at that. It looks just like a little kid. But absolutely amazing job. I thought this conference was the Boston Celtics conference to pretty much to lose, and Cleveland had other ideas, and for them to be the number 1 seed, is an outstanding thing. I think it's gonna be hard to not put Coach Kenny in the Coach of the Year category.
Yes. 17 sweeps this season. So there you go. 17 times they've swept teams.
Look at that. Take that Wizards one out of there. God dog it.
There you go. Speaking of Wizards, there you go.
Come on now, say it with me. Everybody beats the Wiz.
There you go. Get the belt. There you go. So the Cavs, you have the Cavs going to the Eastern Conference Finals. Let us get back to the bracket here. Thank you all for joining us. Make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. We're moving along here. And we want to bring up our resident Lakers fan as we get ready to talk about his team, the Los Angeles Lakers, as they play Ant-Man at the Minnesota Timberwolves. And a guy who should get some head coach love for Coach of the Year, his head coach, who he shares a birthday with. What are the odds? It is the resident Lakers fan. He's a Wizards fan too, and he's a social media producer. Makes everything look good up here when we're up here. It is the one, the only, Big Raj. What's up, man?
Hey, what's up?
Old J.J. Redick.
Terrible.
Shut up.
Terrible.
Finish him, Daddy.
Terrible. B.
That's one big son of a bitch! Finger licking good special. That's what I'm talking about.
How you feeling, Raj? Lakers and Timberwolves, and what's up?
I'm feeling pretty good. I told you to bring me on when you talk about the Lakers, and I want to say something, man. I somewhat agree with Crevonte as far as the start of the NBA season. It's been not what it used to be in the past. But ever since we made that trade to Luka Doncic, man, I've been feeling really good about the NBA as far as that is concerned. And my
Save
team,
the NBA, huh, Raj? Save
oh, I
the
love it
NBA.
now. It's great. It's wonderful. You know, we have I guess the first or second best player all of basketball on the team. And he's been balling out, you know, the last 20 games or whatever. I'm loving the direction of the Lakers. I like the fact that we got the third seed. I'm glad that we're playing the Timberwolves. I did not want to see the Golden State Warriors in the first round, at least not yet. I'm loving the direction, man. I'm loving that LeBron James is re-energized. He's playing phenomenal basketball. He's as healthy as an ox. Jackson Hayes is playing out of his mind, which is great. And Austin Reeves is taking it to another level, man. I've never seen this guy play as great of a basketball as he's playing this season. So the Lakers, man, they're looking extremely good going into the playoffs. Hopefully we have a deep playoff run. But we shall see, man. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. As Byron is a little bit frozen.
I was trying to pull this up and it froze on me. But as you can see, Crevonte, in the East, how about the East with 2 teams over 60 wins? In the West, only 1 team over 60 wins. So the balance of power was very top heavy in the East. So Rod, are you with us on Crevonte? We have both the Cavaliers and OKC Thunder advancing to conference finals minimum.
Most definitely. I think that I'm still not picking the Lakers over OKC. I got the Lakers going maybe to the conference finals against OKC. OKC winning. The Cavaliers have been the best team in the Eastern Conference. I still think it's going to be a little bit of a stretch that they can make it back to the finals, because I'm still going to pick Boston over them, but I would not be surprised or shocked if Cleveland beats them. But for OKC, I'm still picking OKC until otherwise.
Gotcha. Anything else? Or you want to? I know if you want to stay, you can stay. It's up to you. But I know you want to talk about your Lakers, man. So.
Oh yeah, well, the matchup between the Lakers and Minnesota, I think Minnesota took a step back after getting rid of Towns, and Anthony Edwards has so much off-court drama. It's not even funny. He's too busy dealing with his baby mother and the courts and system and stuff, and
Finish him, Daddy.
it's all goofy. It's goofy. It's goofy as hell. So I think the Lakers beat them in maybe 5 or 6 games, get them out of there, as long as they're healthy, of course. But yeah, I mean, as far as that is concerned, I'm loving the Lakers, man. I'm loving this direction. Like I said before, even if we do not make it to our ultimate destination, I think that Rob Pelinka could pull a miracle off in the offseason. I'm not saying getting Joker. I ain't saying that, because I've heard it talk. I'm not a part of that talk. D has been going crazy in the chat at times, being goofy as hell. But I'm just saying we can get a prominent, third or fourth player to go along that tandem with a healthy LeBron, Doncic, and Austin Reeves, who seems like that's the big 3 right there anyway. They can get somebody else to, play along a part of that. But I think the Lakers are on a prime position to at least get to the conference finals against OKC. And OKC, like I said, they're still the best team in the entire league right now, record wise, team wise. They've been playing extremely well. Even Chad Holmgren has been, missing games here and there because of injuries, but they have a nice squad that is very young, kind of still inexperienced, but I think they'll learn a lot this season in the playoffs. And we shall see, man. We shall see what happens after, the conference finals, because I think they're automatically going there as long as they're healthy. But we shall see. But am I going to stick around for the rest of the show? No, I'm going to let y'all get back to it. And y'all been doing a phenomenal job. I just want to say that real quick. Y'all been doing a great job. Y'all been cranking out the draft previews, and those have been awesome. And Crevonte, you're doing an extremely great job. Byron, of course, you're always doing a great job.
Thank you.
I have not. Please like and subscribe button. It is very helpful to us for the algorithm and for our channel to be as great as it can be. But I'll let you guys get back to it. Y'all been doing an awesome job tonight, and I'm going to sit back and listen in the background.
There's Raj. Shout out to Raj who puts out the video. So
Word.
couldn't do it without him. Appreciate his hard work as well, and always with us each and every week. So, do you agree with Raj about the Lakers and T Wolves? Because I feel like if they can keep Ant-Man under 40 a game, they could probably get this over with quick
Yeah,
and painless.
relatively quickly, right? Yeah,
Yes,
I
yes.
think 5. What did they say? Lakers in 5. So I think that's legit in this first matchup.
Okay, let's go to the East. New York made the big splash of the offseason with the trade for Cat, got in Mikal Bridges as well. We know about Jalen Brunson, one of the best players in the league. Still feel like he's underrated.
Yeah.
New York basketball has been back. The Detroit Pistons make the playoffs.
Detroit basketball.
They drafted and developed well. Kate Cunningham at number 1. What a pick that turned out to be. JB Bickerstaff comes from Cleveland. They're bringing back that tough defense of Detroit. Jalen Dorn, Malik Beasley, Tim Hardaway Jr. They are playing well in Detroit, Crevonte, and the Knicks. It's going to be an old school 90s type series. I think this could be a longer series than people think.
Yeah. This does remind me of the 90s, like the old school basketball, the Knicks and the Pistons. And matter of fact, no matter who wins, they'll play Boston, and that's another old school matchup, for both of them, man. So, I don't think either one will just run away with this series. I'm gonna lean New York, but I think it's gonna be at least 6 games.
They put your boy on the cover, the one that be fighting, Isaiah Stewart. They got him on it. He
'Cause
ready
he-
to fight.
'cause
Like
he
a wrestling
crazy.
poster. Well,
That's
Crevonte,
intimidating.
it is WrestleMania week, so
That's
there you
the
go.
intimidation factor. You come to Detroit.
No water, just me.
That's one big
Yeah.
son of a bitch!
Yes.
Yeah, that's intimidation. That's intimidating factor. You come to Detroit, you got to deal with him. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm really I think basketball is better when Detroit and the Knicks are playing well. Specifically, both of these two organizations and franchises. When they're playing better, the league feels better. At least as far as the Eastern Conference is concerned, because the West has been pretty competitive. They're pretty much always competitive. It's the East that's like, it's really top heavy, but it's way more competitive in the, I guess I can say the middle tier of the Eastern Conference. But I think I'm gonna lean New York, but it's probably gonna go 6 games.
Guess we can kind of cut the BS here. The Celtics, defending champions, they win 61 games, but you wouldn't know it. I know Jaylen Brown's a little banged up. They won with Jaylen Brown. They won without him. They won with Tatum. They won without him. They won with Porzingis. They won without him. They got Peyton Pritchard, 6th man of the year. Al Horford at 40. Mazzulla steps right in, takes what he needed, gets the championship. Are there any flaws in Boston, Crevonte, to stop them from getting? I know we got Cleveland. It's going to be Cleveland-Boston, which will be the last inside the NBA coverage, by the way. They have the East. Is that how we're going to end it? And do you have Boston going back to the finals?
I do think it'll be Cleveland and Boston. They have been the 2 best teams in the conference for all year pretty much. And I'm really excited to see that matchup, because before this season, again, I thought it was going to be Boston doing what they got to do and kind of running away with this. And with Cleveland, that's not the case. I agree with Raj. I'm gonna lean Boston because I've seen him do it more recent, but it may go 7. I think that's one that may go 7. And also, if it goes 7, Cleveland has home court. Would have home court. So yeah, that'll be interesting. But Boston has just been, I feel like they've been on cruise control, but their cruise control is up top. So if they're healthy, if Jaylen Brown plays, I am going to lean Boston, but Cleveland's gonna give them everything they can handle.
Real quick, Boston 61, 33-8, second best road record all time. 2 All-Stars, most 3-point field goals made this season, and Mr. Six Man of the Year, Peyton Pritchard, Crevonte. They didn't
Yep.
take a step back. They just teams around them just got really good.
Yeah. So that's a great record to have on the road, especially when you're going up against a number 1 seed and you're gonna have you're gonna be not the underdog, but you're gonna be the road team. So you're only gonna have 3 games at home. What is the format? Is it gonna be 2-2-1-1-1 or is it 2-3-2?
Yes. 1-1-1. Yes. Should be that.
Okay.
I'll double check it, but I'll double check later.
Because that matters. That matters.
Yes.
But I think I'm a roll with the Celtics to make it out the East.
Okay, and then the West, let's go down to Houston potentially, and Golden State as we have it. Is that going to be where the upset comes in? Because we're going basically, well, not all chalk, but for the most part.
Sheesh, man. You know what? I was really interested to see Houston LA matchup. I thought that'd have been pretty exciting. But
You would get that in the second round possibly, or you could get Lakers Warriors. So either way, it's a win-win, right?
Sure. It's gonna be an incredible matchup. Either way. Do the Warriors have it on the because they're a little bit long in the tooth. There's a lot of YNs over there in Houston. Man, the Rockets might outlast Golden State, but I just think coaching. Ooh, Udoka's over there. Ugh.
Yeah. You know, Dylan Brooks about to cause a scene. You got Draymond potentially, Dylan Brooks for 7 games. The goofiness that's going to come from that.
Christ, they finna get put out.
Jalen Green, Ahmed Thompson, the Turkish Terminator, Sengun. I might pick the Rockets, and I like teams like that.
I was gonna say, yeah, they got the. Oh man,
it's gonna be tough.
I think I'm gonna rock. Damn, I might rock with the YNs on this one, yo. I think I'm gonna rock with Houston. I think I'm rock with Houston to beat the Warriors, which wouldn't be an upset. That would be chalk. But I wouldn't be surprised if they overwhelm them with, you know what I'm saying, their experience. But just the Rockets will have so much energy. And like I said, the Warriors are a little long in the tooth. Draymond's beard is gray, or almost gray. It's a bunch of grays up in there, man. But it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough either way. But I think I'm gonna lean Rockets. I think I'm gonna lean Houston.
Yeah, the Warriors just feel like they need one more piece. They got Steph, they got Jimmy. They need one more weapon that can help them offensively, I think. I don't know if it's gonna be Buddy Hield, Kuminga, Moses Moody. They need that. If they're gonna win this series, it's the Rockets. Because the Rockets got about 8-9 guys. They go deep and they play defense and they can run. Like you said, they're going to be rested. Jalen Green played 82 games, so he is ready to go. You know, he wants to go at Steph. It's going to be a really good series. So intriguing. Now, do you have Lakers, Rockets, or Lakers, Warriors? Who would you have? Lakers getting to OKC?
I think the YNs and the Lakers. Whew, I think I'm gonna lean Lakers. With that one, so I guess that would be our, kind of upset. At least for me, and the Lakers would meet OKC, which is what I figured. Just wanted to see how it would work out. So yeah, OKC and LA. Are
you going OKC over the Lakers, and are you going Boston? So we got Lakers, Boston. We going there, or we going OKC, Boston? I don't know if the TV networks want that, but
I think I'm rocking with OKC. I think I agree with Raj. OKC has been pretty much the most consistent team all year. If they are healthy, I like OKC to make it to the championship.
And they would have home court, Crevonte. I did look it up. I did do the research. It is the 2 2111. Yes, I did
Go
Google
Google it.
it. So OKC would have home court over Boston. That'd be interesting.
Ooh, sheesh. But Boston, they not worried about road, because they kind of do that. I thought beginning of the year that Boston would go back to back. So I'm gonna stick. Oof. Do I want to stick with that? I really like OKC. I really, really like OKC, and this would be the cherry on top for them. The way they built this team and it finishing everything off in the finals. But man, Boston got experience out the wazoo, back to back. That's tough, man. And I would love to see SGA do it. I guess, you know what? I think I'm gonna rock with the underdog. Well, not the underdogs, because OKC would have the home court advantage. But I think Boston's gonna have a tougher time with Cleveland than OKC is gonna have with the Lakers. And I think that may take a toll on them. I'm gonna rock with OKC to win everything.
You're going OKC? Just for the sake of being different, I'm going to go Boston. I'm going to go because I think Tatum and Brown, they're just as good as any duo right now. There's a new modern era dynamic duo. And it's going to be interesting. SGA was dominant, most fourth quarter points, clutch. Probably as we get into awards, maybe my pick for clutch player. He's been really, really good this year. That would be a good finals for basketball fans. Maybe not on the bigger markets, like I said, because OKC and Boston. OKC is a small market, but that would be something.
No, you're right. You're right. And I'm definitely going on a limb because I said Boston would win. I just thought Boston would win everything again, but I did not see OKC and Cleveland being this good. If Boston was the 1 seed and they ran away with it like I thought they would, I probably would take them to win it all. Not to say that they can't, because if they're healthy, they're arguably the best team in the league. But I'm going to go out on a limb and say OKC wins the championship.
Make sure if you want to give your picks and be a part of the Flex Zone family fun, we got a group going on. We did it for the NCAA March Madness tournament. We're doing it again. We're running it back. Thanks to Alex. Shout out to you. We're doing the NBA playoff edition of the bracket. So you get 2 entries and you're doing like we did. You can pick along with us, play against your favorite Flex Zone family members. And as of last check, we are at Crevonte a whopping 120 participants in the group.
Jeez. We doubled it since the last time we talked.
So shout out to all of you individuals. I'll actually show you guys on the screen. We are at, like I said, 120 individuals. So shout out to all of you. And there's still room to get into it. The brackets just came out a few hours ago. So hop in, join us. Got 120 people. You can go up against yours truly. Go up against Crevonte. See where you stack up. Crevonte did very well in our bracket. And he picked Florida and picked Houston in the championship and picked the correct champion. So let's see if you can beat the co-founder of the Flex Zone, the Mandalorian captain of the Goofy Ship, Crevonte. As we get ready to wrap it up here, maybe a little bit of rapid fire, but let the people know real quick who are in here. What do we do with the NFL draft coming up 2 weeks away? We got a lot of profiles the people need to know about.
Shoot, man. Check. We got profiles coming out. They're coming in hot. Check them out. Tell us your thoughts, what you like, what you didn't like. Like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, because I'm not the brackets, but the profiles are continuing to come out. If you have somebody that you want us to cover or do a draft profile for, let us know. Somebody who you got your eyes on, but we didn't cover them in our draft profiles. We love the engagement. And this is a community thing, so tap in, let us know.
Yes, we got Travis Hunter. We got Ashton Genty. Coming soon, we got the quarterbacks. Cam Moore, Shador Sanders, Jackson Dart, Jalen Milrow. We got Will Johnson. We got Tyler Warren coming. The tight ends, Colston Loveland. We got all the defensive players. Abdul Carter. You name it. All the pass rushers, the corners, linebackers. We got it. So, Crevonte, real quick, before we get out of here, let us do the award winners. Let's start with the clutch player of the year. Who do you have for that?
Clutch player of the year. All right, so I did not want to. I feel like clutch player and MVP was like so close that pretty much I'm dealing with the same person. And I did not want to give it to the one person to win both awards. So I'm gonna go out on a limb. Well, not really a limb because it's between two people. I think I'm gonna go with the Joker. I think I'm gonna go with the Joker. He has a lot of points in those last. So how they define clutch is basically those last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter, or is it fourth quarter and halftime, or is it just fourth quarter?
Fourth quarter or overtime, I think. Yeah,
fourth quarter overtime. And so I'm gonna go with Mr. Joker for that.
Let's go coach of the year, Crevonte. A lot of options. Kenny Atkinson in Cleveland, Mark Dagnall in OKC. He won it last year. We got, Missoula in Boston. You got Udoka in Houston. How you feeling about that?
I think I'm gonna roll with Kenny Atkinson. He absolutely blew expectations out the water. And again, 60 wins is a very difficult feat. It's not easy to do in an 82 game season. So 60 wins is a top-notch accomplishment for somebody who pretty much just came in the door.
Who you got for most improved? Alex says Cade Cunningham. I like that pick, Alex, by the way.
Most improved. I actually like Cade Cunningham too. He had and I think it was due to injuries, if I'm not mistaken, because we was kind of shaky because he was, I think he went number one, and it was hard finding his footing in the league, but he kept coming back, and he's here now. Now he's added 30 wins to their season total, and he's looking like the number one overall prospect we thought he would be. So I like Cade Cunningham for most improved as well.
Rookie of the year. Not really a deep rookie class, but who do you have rookie of the year?
Rookie of the year, Stephon Castle. I think Stephon Castle. Oh, somebody did Alex say that? Yep. Dang. Yep. I like Stephon Castle as well. He led his class with 14.6 points, and there's a headache. It seems to be a headache on the defensive side of the ball as well. 4 assists, pretty much a steal a game, and yeah, but like you said, it wasn't deep. Shout out to Star for the Wizards as well, but I think I'll go with Stephon Castle.
Yeah, a lot of guys like Reese Ashe started coming on a little late with the Hawks. You saw Sar a little bit in the second half as well. So a lot of guys, Klingon in Portland. So they got a lot of connect in LA. So it's like guys who may take a little while to get going, but they're going to be good. We got sixth man of the year.
I think we already talked about him. I think that's Peyton Pritchard. He is part of the reason why they led the. I think did they break their own record? Did they break for three?
Yeah, broke the record for threes.
That's crazy. But he is part of the reason why he's averaging a little bit over 3. I believe 3 threes a game, and yeah, probably one of the more dynamic 3-point shooters with shooting 40% from deep.
And remember, he was out of the rotation not too long ago. And then he comes back in this year and he's balling. Got Derek White, who's been one of the most improved. Drew Holiday, we saw what he did in Milwaukee, comes to Boston, wins the championship. Got Porzingis, you got Tatum, you got Brown, Al Horford. They got the other big boy, Cornette. They got a lot of depth. So we did coach, we did that. Defensive player of the year. Wemby, unfortunately, does not qualify.
Right. So I'm gonna go with the old head. The old head. I was talking about his beard earlier, being all gray and stuff. He's still playing with the same intensity from when they were, they were championship bound. For like 5, 6, 7 years or so straight. I think it's Draymond Green.
And last but not least, MVP.
My guy. The guy who I picked to be Super Bowl champion, NBA champion, Mr. SGA. He's had a very dominant individual performance this year. He averaged, I want to say, over 32, 33 points a game. He had a bunch of 40 games, and led his team to the biggest gap in NBA history, Byron, between the first and the second seed. And was that about 16 games or so?
Yes.
So I love what SGA is doing, and I'm hoping that he continues on this path. And yeah, if it's up to me, I think he'll win the championship this year.
Those are your award winners. I think we hit all of them, right, Crevonte? We did.
I think that's everybody, even a new one.
Okay. Alex wants to know real quick rapid fire, where does KD go in 2025? Looks like he's out of Phoenix, and maybe Devin Booker too. Who knows? And Bradley Beal has a no trade clause. Him and LeBron, the only 2 players with that in their contract. Speaking of goofy organizations, them and the 76ers, I mean, you can group them together.
Oh man, yeah, the 76ers are bad, but I saw the 76ers coming a mile away. Where does KD go? So it's looking like it's not Phoenix. I'm not feeling a homecoming with OKC. I'm not really feeling the homecoming for DC either. But that's tough. He would have to go somewhere. I'm sure he still wants to contend, so he's not going to go just anywhere. Houston, OKC, no. Denver, no. Could he go to Cleveland? Would that be too much?
I said the Knicks.
Huh?
I said the Knicks or the Clippers, maybe. Because I don't see the Lakers. I don't know if the Lakers are going to get him.
No.
And he didn't want to go back to Golden State either. So
let's say this. How about he said the Harlem Globetrotters? If Giannis, because I've been hearing a lot of Giannis to New York. If Giannis does not go, it probably will be KD to New York.
Okay, I can see that. Yeah, I can see the whole Giannis thing. How does that play out? Because he didn't sign an extension, I believe. So we'll see how that plays out. Interesting. Okay.
Yep.
Real quick, we didn't touch on it, but the Tennessee quarterback, the guy out of Tennessee, he's leaving because of the NIL deal. What is this? Yeah.
Look like he's going to go get some more money.
But was he worth it?
The issue is there are no rules or regulations put in place for the program or the school or the player. So it's a free for all free agency until y'all put some rules and regulations in place. These players could do whatever they want to do. They'll take your money and leave. You know what I'm saying? And if they get a bigger offer somewhere, they can leave at a drop of a dime. But coaches do it all the time too. So it's like, I just wish that the communication was probably better, because it seems like it kind of came out of nowhere. But with the young kids and all this money, man, they just need some guidance. I just hope every kid that's making legit money with this NIL stuff has somebody in their ear that has some business sense, some business savvy, because a lot of them don't straight up. You know what I'm saying? I hope there's somebody in his corner. Hell, it might have been somebody in his corner that told him to do this. But these things are going to continue to happen. I don't feel no one way or another, because if ain't no rules or regulations, then it's gonna be lawless. It's gonna be a free for all, and there's no penalties or anything for how these players who are now amateur paid athletes, I guess, to do things like that.
I was looking at his stats as you saw me clicking through Crevonte. He is, I believe, a freshman, so he's young. But against Ohio State, remember, they played to the playoffs. They had a good season, but 14 of 31, 45% completion, 104 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Only longest pass was 21 yards, sacked 4 times, 73 rating, 20 carries with only 47 yards. And you won how much money?
I don't think they lost anything. I don't think Tennessee lost much, brother. If there's somebody else giving you more money for your production, by all means, go get it.
Somebody will give it to him.
Somebody gonna give it to him, absolutely. But I don't think Tennessee is missing out on anything.
Yeah, I mean 6'6". He's a young guy, can run a little bit, so somebody will pay him. One of these teams that need him.
Yeah, we'll see. We will see.
That is all I got, Crevonte. Any final parting words? Let the people know what they need to do and what's up with the Flex Zone.
Hey, man, like we preach this all day, every day. Like, subscribe, comment. We love the engagement. And also hit the bell for notifications, because we got something coming out every day. But messing with Raj and messing with Byron, it's something coming out every day. You're gonna find something you like. So come on, tap in, get with us. Also, them profiles is coming, y'all. Profiles is coming, and we still got a few more to go. And in total, it's gonna be in the 30s. It's gonna be a bunch. It's gonna be about 30 profiles. But tap in.
Appreciate it, Crevonte. Maybe next week we'll have a last mock draft. So we'll get that 2.0 mock draft for the good people. But this week is a busy week, Crevonte. The Super Bowl of professional wrestling, WrestleMania, is this week, Crevonte, a 2-night extravaganza. I do want feedback. If you're in the chat right now, I usually preview the matches on these cards. We got 14 matches, ladies and gentlemen. 14, 7 on each night. How do you guys want me to preview these matches? You want one long video? You want the short form, 5 to 10 minute videos? Because that's 14 videos. But let me know. I'm at the mercy of the people. I'll put something up on the community tab. Let me know in the chat. What do you guys want to see for WrestleMania? Do you want to see each match broken down with a prediction? We got a lot of content this week. We'll be live every day. Tomorrow, Raw. We got an episode of Raw. We got the flagship podcast Tuesday, NXT, Wednesday, AEW, Thursday, a special AEW that's moving because of WrestleMania, and then Friday, SmackDown, Saturday, NXT in the afternoon, and then Saturday night 1 of WrestleMania, and Sunday with Crevonte, and night 2 of WrestleMania. So if you want to donate to what we got going on this week, and the previews in between, by the way, that we'll get to, hit the like button. It costs you nothing, but if you want to donate more, super chats. Ain't no donation like a donation. Please, if you want to donate, super chat us, let us know, support what we got to do, help buy some snacks. Got a lot of great content coming your way. I did an Orioles post-game show. We'll have Orioles content. The Maryland Terps spring game is about to start, so I got to get into that. So a lot of great content coming out real soon. So it only gets more busy, Crevonte. Alex wants to know, you going to watch?
Probably not. I'll get the highlights from you guys. Being honest with you, probably not. Is it this weekend or is it the 20th?
It's this coming weekend, Easter.
Oh boy. Nah, I probably won't. Be honest with you, man. Probably won't. But I'll let my guys take that over, and I'll get the highlights from you guys. Y'all tell me all the goofiness that happened, because I'm sure there will be some.
Yeah, we'll see. But tomorrow we'll be talking NBA playoffs. Crevonte, you got a fresh Goofies of the week as well, right? I'm sure a lot they get into.
Man, I gotta say, man, I wasn't even able to tap in last Monday, but yeah, definitely. You know, a new week is it's usually a new batch of Goofies, but yeah, I might have a thing or two. So wait, are we having a show tomorrow? Or are we doing it Tuesday?
We are having a show tomorrow. Probably talk some NBA, and I don't really know what else is there really to talk about. Let us know what y'all want us to talk about. I don't know. I mean, got the NBA playoffs and baseball. I don't know. Maybe early on.
Yeah, baseball. Maybe some draft stuff. See. Let's see who wants to tap in with us for the mega draft, the mega mock. That's what we need to do. I don't know if we got a name for that, but who wants to tap in for the mega mock draft, man?
I like mega mock, so we'll see what's up with that. We'll figure something out, but we'll probably do a mock draft 2.0 this week on Sunday, or early edition, and then tomorrow we'll have the flex on. We'll talk some NBA, some WNBA, because the WNBA draft I think is tomorrow, so we'll maybe talk about that. And we got a lot of things going on there, some baseball as well. So we'll figure something out as the ebbs and flows of sports as well. And I think they were asking us about something else in the chat. Oh, Derek Carr possibly out for the year now. Aaron Rodgers linked to the Saints possibly, so we can see about that situation.
Don't do that. Oh, New Orleans, don't do that. Don't just let Aaron Rodgers go off into the sunset or the dark set or whatever it is that he's going to go into, because he shouldn't be linked to anybody right now. Aaron Rodgers should not have he should not have a market. Please just let him go.
We'll see. I'm still thinking Steelers, but we'll see how it plays out. And they might need to do more than call Drew Brees. I don't even think Drew Brees can save him. But Crevonte, I'll let you have the final word and sound off.
Hey man, we've been working today, man. I tell you that we've been working this weekend. And again, Raj showed his appreciation. I appreciate him and you as well for all the hard work that you're doing. And it was fun. It was fun working. I'm tired as ever, but it was fun working. We still found a way to get in Sundays. It was a little bit later than we liked, but you know, it is what it is, man. We do it because we love it, man. We do it because we love it. And I appreciate you and I appreciate the team, man. I'm looking forward to tomorrow's show. And also this week, I guess we should be wrapping up our draft profiles.
Yes.
I think we got about
we're close. We're close.
We close. We're really close. So yeah, man. But please don't forget, hit that bell for notifications. Tap in with us. We love the engagement. Alex. Thank you. Alex. Thank you. And also thank you for for letting me know about the situation that happened with the passing of Lacey from LSU as well. Definitely appreciate that. Appreciate you being in the chat, doing your best to keep the engagement up. Definitely appreciate you, Alex. And I think I saw who else was in here. John, Daryl, Mr. Nelson,
Marcus,
Bosch, Sean, Deshaun.
yes, Nelson, Roman. Yeah, everybody. Thank you all. Appreciate y'all. Much love. We'll be back with more content.
They said Lakers in 5.
There you go. So we'll see what happens. We'll be back next week with Crevonte. We'll be here each and every day. So hit the bell to subscribe and hit the like button. Engage with us on the community tab. We're using that more as well. So let us know what you want to see, what you want to hear. We will have that for you here on the Flex Zone Podcast. Crevonte, only place giving you sports, draft profiles, impromptu live streams, and all the other stuff in between. How you want it.
When you need it.
Thank you for spending Sundays with Crevonte and yours truly, God's favorite host. Vote on the poll on your way out. SK, good morning. I know you're out in India. Appreciate you, SK. You're always showing love on the comments.
Thank you.
Shout out to India.
We about to say goodnight. We about to say goodnight, but good morning to you.
Yes, I'm going to have a late dinner and watch the evening news, the life of God's favorite host after this stuff gets done. So with that being said, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell. Big week of content, a lot of wrestling, a lot of professional sports, a lot of fun stuff coming your way. Crevonte will be here, Dre will be with us, and of course Roger as well. Live streams, everything on the channel, draft profiles. We'll talk about it all here on the Flex On Podcast. Thank you for watching again. Have a good night. Join the group if you haven't already for the playoffs. You got a couple more hours. Join us. Over 100 people. Thank you all. And everybody in the chat. Appreciate you. Hit the like button on your way out. And we gone, y'all. Peace.